And now for our next news special report.
Tonight, an alarming reality unfolds as you sit back, tweeting your thoughts, liking posts, maybe even sharing a tweet from the former president. Know this, the Department of Justice is watching closely. But it's not just about Trump, it's about you, the everyday American, and their latest maneuver, a search warrant targeting Trump's Twitter account. And it's not just the ex-president they're after. Every like, every retweet. They want it all. This isn't just a story about politics, it's a chilling tale of how your digital footprint, your simple online actions could land you under the microscope of the DOJ. Intrigued? Well, you should be. What does this mean for freedom and privacy? Well, stay with me and I'll guide you through this labyrinth of government surveillance. And trust me, you don't want to miss my final thought. It's going to be a game changer for every American. Now, before we delve into the DOJ's invasive search, let's talk about something equally intriguing, financial empowerment. Have you ever heard of the song Rich Men North of Richmond? Well, they're not the only ones getting richer. DC elites, names like Blumenauer, Pelosi, and Burr, they are making fortunes from defense stocks and Tesla shares linked to government announcements. But here is the twist. Ross Givens, a former Wall Street VP, is now revealing these insider secrets to you. Imagine following the elite's playbook and potentially seeing returns of up to 1,700%. That's right, it's your turn to profit. So grab a free copy of Ross's latest big trade discovery, an exclusive webinar, access at yourinsideredge.com. Start your journey at yourinsideredge.com and join the ranks of the financially savvy. The link is in the description below. Just tap more. Now let's dive into the heart of today's report. The Department of Justice, under the Biden administration, has taken an unprecedented step in its scrutiny of former President Donald Trump's Twitter account. This isn't just a story about a former president, it's a tale that involves every American who's ever interacted with his tweets. The New York Post revealed heavily redacted documents indicating that Special Counsel Jack Smith's search warrant sought detailed information on Twitter users who liked, shared, or even simply followed Trump's tweets leading up to the January 6th event. Now, this demand stretches far beyond any standard investigation parameters. Now, we're not talking about just a handful of high-profile individuals. The scope of this investigation encompasses millions of Americans who exercise the right to engage with the content of a former president. The DOJ's actions raise serious questions about privacy and the overreach of government surveillance in our republic. And the search warrant demanded information on Trump's search history, drafted tweets, blocks, and mutes, along with all advertising information, IP addresses, and account settings. But it didn't stop there. The DOJ also wanted details on every Twitter user who followed or interacted with Trump from October of 2020 to January of 2021. So consider this. The government sought lists of Twitter users who have followed or retweeted tweets posted by Trump's account. This is not just about gathering information. It's about compiling a dossier on Americans based on their political views and online activities. Twitter, now known as X under Elon Musk, initially resisted complying with the non-disclosure order that accompanied the warrant, and the non-disclosure order prevented the company from even notifying Trump about the search. Twitter's resistance is significant in a stance for free speech and against government overreach. However, the pressure mounted. The DOJ opposed Twitter's attempt to notify Trump, arguing that it would result in a statutory cognizable harm. Eventually, the company complied, but not without a $350,000 fine for not adhering to the demands by the deadline. Former FBI agent and whistleblower Steve Friend commented on the warrant. He said that there is no benign or reasonable justification for that demand. And his statement underlines the invasive nature of the search. And the search warrant is part of a broader narrative of government surveillance and control. It's not just about investigating a former president, it's about monitoring the digital footprints of ordinary Americans. This raises the alarm on the lengths of which the government will go to keep tabs on citizens' online activity. Now, the implications of the warrant are far-reaching. It's not just about the right to privacy, it's about the fundamental principles of freedom and liberty. When the government can access detailed information about your online interactions, especially political ones, it creates a chilling effect on free speech. Let's not forget, This warrant was issued to a private company with a non-disclosure order. It sets a dangerous precedent for future interactions between the government and social media platforms. So where does it end? Today it's Twitter. Tomorrow it could be any platform where Americans express their views. The documents also demanded all information from the Connect or Notifications tab for the account. This means that every interaction, every digital nod and agreement is now under the microscope. This isn't just a deep dive, it's a full-scale trawling operation through the personal interactions of millions of Americans. Attorney Eric Matheny, he commented, he said, if you liked or retweeted Trump's tweets, the DOJ wants to know. This government is out of control. And his words resonate with a growing concern among Americans about the extent of government intrusion into their lives. And the search warrant for Trump's Twitter account is more than a legal document. It's a symbol of a government seeking to extend its reach into the private lives of its citizens. It's a wake-up call for every American who values their privacy and the right to express their political views without fear of government reprisal. The Biden administration's Department of Justice has taken a step that goes beyond political opposition. It's a step into the private lives of American citizens. And this is not just about Trump. It's about the fundamental rights of every American who uses social media. Twitter was required to disclose all content records and other information related to communications sent from or received by the subject account from October 20 to January 21. This included all users that the account followed, unfollowed, muted, unblocked, and all who did the same to the account. The implications of the demand are staggering. It paints a picture of a government not just interested in a single individual, but in the vast network of people connected to that individual. It's a fishing expedition into the personal connections and interactions of millions of Americans. In essence, the DOJ's actions have turned a social media platform into a surveillance tool. It's no longer just about sharing thoughts or engaging in political discourse. It's about being aware that your interactions could be scrutinized by the government. The search warrant also sought direct messages sent and received by Trump, other account data, and posts made, liked, or retweeted by him. This level of detail reveals an intent to piece together a comprehensive profile of not just Trump, but those who interacted with him. And Twitter's eventual compliance, despite its initial resistance, raises concerns about the power dynamics between the government and social media companies. The fine imposed on Twitter serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of challenging government orders, even when they infringe on free speech. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. This story isn't just about the DOJ's search of Trump's Twitter account. It's about the impact of government surveillance on your rights as an American. In closing, the story isn't just about a search warrant or a former president's Twitter account. It's about the unsettling reality that is today's America. Under the current administration, your online activities, as innocent as they may be, can put you under the government's lens. It's about understanding that what you like, share, or retweet can make you a subject of scrutiny by agencies like the Department of Justice. This isn't just an infringement on privacy, it's a direct challenge to our core republic's values. And it sets a dangerous precedent for freedom of speech and expression online. As Americans, we must be vigilant. We must question and hold accountable those in power who seek to extend their reach into our private lives. Remember, today it's Twitter. Tomorrow it could be any platform where you express your thoughts. This story matters because it's about the protection of our fundamental rights. It's about ensuring that our republic remains a place where freedom of expression isn't just tolerated, but fiercely protected.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.